Hi, everybody. Welcome to Business Computing Weekly. This is episode number 382, and it's recorded on December the 31st, 2012. We are sponsored by frugalbrothers.com and also GFI Software. If you have a small to mid-sized business, then look no further than GFI for products to secure your small business network. And we've got all kinds of information about the various products GFI offers on our website, frugalbrothers.com. We always appreciate you coming to YouTube and watching our program. It's also available as an audio podcast on podomatic.com, as well as you can find it on iTunes as well. Now, this is going to be a shorter version of our program due to the fact that my co-host, Mr. Jack McLean, McLean's Computer, is a little bit under the weather. It's also the holidays, but I wanted to get something out there on the last day of the year, and we wanted to wish all of you a happy and successful new year. As you can see, the set has changed a little bit, the background and so forth, of what we're doing, and we're always working to try to make some improvements. Well, the topic today is my tech New Year's resolutions. Now, we all have New Year's resolutions. They have personal ones. We're going to lose weight, we're going to exercise, but also we have our technology resolutions. And some of these I wanted to share with you. And I kind of broke this up into different categories. So let's get started. The first category is the various services that we use. And, you can end up spending a lot of money every month and every year on services you're not actually using or you're not getting a lot of benefit from. So this is a great time to sit down and analyze what you do use, what you're not using, and get rid of some of that stuff. Now, the first service that I use very, very much is Google Apps for Business. However, that may change in 2013. Even though Office 365 is a little bit more expensive than Google Apps, Google has left me wondering if they're not becoming increasingly erratic about Google Apps, especially for the business version of it. And I'm not talking about the free Gmail stuff. I'm talking about Google Apps for Business, especially the paid version. Now, Google has eliminated the free version. I'm not so confident as to where they're going with all of this. And as a business owner, I want to be sure that we're dealing with a company that makes business, and running a business is top priority. And we all know that Google is focused on search. And I'm not degrading Google Apps in any way, shape, or form, but the recent behavior of Google lately has me very concerned. So we're going to be exploring Office 365 and see how well that may be a fit for us. Who knows? We may end up even leaving Google Apps altogether. Number two, I've been using Mozy to back up my iOmega iX2-200 Cloud Edition NAS. It's not worked out very well for me at all. Really, Mozy has made it pretty clear that they're not working on the software to make it work better. It's been nothing but problems with Mozy. At least this portion of it. I've never used Mozy on desktop machines and so forth. But the building client with the iOmega is just not working out. Mozy keeps breaking my ability to upload backups every single month. It's terrible. It's a horrible experience. Don't recommend using it at all, So we're going to have to do something different. And by different, I'll probably be going and working with GFI on the GFI cloud backup. Now, for obvious reasons, we're one of the GFI's top North American partners. It's going to require probably a little bit different rejiggling of how we do things. I just used the Mozy because it was convenient, and that was a mistake, and I'm paying the price for it right now. But we're definitely going to do something a lot different from that. Next, I'm going to drop my Xbox Gold membership. I don't really use it. I don't watch Netflix on the Xbox, number one. I did at one time. I don't really use it for gaming. To me, it's a service that Microsoft, it defies logic to me why they even charge for this service. It really, really does. PlayStation's got their free network. You can do stuff at no cost to Steam, but yet with Microsoft wants to charge you, in my opinion, a ridiculous amount of money. That's in addition, if you do use it to watch Netflix and other services, you've got to have this. You got to pay those services, and you turn around and pay Xbox. I see no value to me in owning and paying for, or I should say, operative word, paying for the Xbox Gold membership. I've also got a backup internet account with CenturyLink, and because we have Mediacom, who frequently, especially in the warmer time of the year, summer months, we get a lot of connectivity problems, fiber optic cuts because people are out digging and etc. So I needed a backup internet solution. Well, you know what? Now that we've got 4G with Verizon, we switched from AT&T to Verizon when the iPhone 5 came out, and I can easily tether my MacBook Pro or my iPad, whatever, to the iPhone in the event there is internet service outage, and at least keep things going until the system comes back up. So I'm going to be dropping that as well. And of course, I just bought my own modem. That's right, I replaced my cable modem here last week because the one from Mediacom was on the fritz. The lights were failing on it. It was power cycling all the time. Bad situation. Got rid of it, bought my own. And that saved me a little bit of money. So these are some of the services that I'm getting rid of or changing in 2013. Now, the next category I refer to is security and storage. Now, security, let's talk about it. I have a lot of different websites I'm subscribed to. And even being a security guy, network security guy, well, sometimes I also use basically the same root password with some minor deviations with the various websites I belong to, even though I use LastPass. Even though there's a strong password generator there, I don't make use of it. Well, in 2013, I resolved to do just that, to use the strong password generator built into LastPass and call it a day on that. And of course, changing my password a bit more frequently as well. You can't be too safe on there. One thing I do is I have a Dell XPS 8300. Nobody uses it for web browsing at all, and I mean at all, except for one thing. And you know what that one thing is? For my online banking. No other computer in the house is how we access our online bank accounts. So this is, by the way, a tip I recommend for if you can. Try to dedicate one machine or something like that in order just for your online banking. One of my goals for 2013 is to get rid of local storage for things like my music, my movies, my photos, my documents, anything that's non-business critical documents, okay? I want to keep that in the cloud. I no longer want to have to deal with the risk of losing, photos and that kind of thing because of a hard drive failure, because of some other issue that may happen here, whether it could be a fire, it could be theft, it could be flood, what have you. I want to have all this protected safely up in the cloud. So that is something that we're going to make happen in 2013. Let's talk about hardware. This was another category. You may or may not know, I happen to like Apple hardware. I happen to like OS 10. This is my preferred operating system and preferred hardware. I like Windows 7. I have Windows 7 always up and running in a virtual machine, as there are certain applications that just I have to have in Windows, okay? But I love Mac hardware, and I have a 2009 Mac Pro as my workstation. And before it gets much older, I think this next year in 2013 will be a good time to replace the Mac Pro. I also have a MacBook Pro back here. I really don't need the two Macs. So what is my solution? There's my thought process. I'm looking at replacing both with a new MacBook Pro this summer. Now, I'm hoping that the refresh of the Mac Pro will bring about the Mac Pro with a Fusion drive as opposed to solid state storage or flash storage. I'm hoping that becomes an option, but either way, that's where I'm looking at now is the 15-inch MacBook Pro, and then I may couple that with the 27-inch Thunderbolt display that Apple has. And one thing I'm hoping about the Thunderbolt display is that it will be refreshed to add USB 3.0 ports in addition to the other ports that it has. So I think that will be plenty of machine to do everything that I need to do, one computer to deal with rather than the two. And I think for me, that makes a good thing. What I'll do is I'll then sell the Mac Pro and the MacBook Pro this summer and put that towards the purchase price of the new system. I also have an XPS 8300 here, Dell, that I will be upgrading the 500 gig hard drive, internal hard drive, to an SSD drive, and then along with a 2 terabyte hard drive as well. Now, I use that particularly for some games that I like. I happen to be a big-time Flight Simulator 10 guy, so I'll keep all the games and stuff like that on that, and the productivity software that we use for the business will be on the SSD drive. And I think for a relatively small investment, I can get a lot more horsepower out of that computer. So I basically leave two computers in the office, in my home office. The MacBook Pro with the 27-inch Thunderbolt display, and then a Dell XPS 8300. Now, as you know, I make all these YouTube videos. I do some live streaming from time to time. So I'm thinking about, right now I'm using this is a Logitech C910 camera that's recording this. I think it does a pretty good job for recording YouTube videos and so forth. But I like a little bit more flexibility, especially if you're doing unboxing videos, that kind of thing. That kind of rules out using a webcam, I think. So I am now looking at the Panasonic Lumix DMC FZ200. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But it's not a DSLR, and I really don't need a DSLR as I'm not a professional photographer, nor does the idea of spending a lot of money on a bunch of interchangeable heavy lenses to carry around really is my interest. But this camera has got some excellent reviews. It takes excellent 1080p video. It's got a killer Leica f2.8 25 to 600 millimeter lens. Now that is what's known as a mega zoom camera, up to 24 times optical zoom on this camera. It's got a hot shoe, a audio input, so I can get a Rode video mic, shotgun mic, and put it on top of it for recording, capturing audio. And it's available for around $500 right now on Amazon. And it's another $100, $150 for the video mic. And then that way I can take some awesome video. I can do my YouTube videos with it. I can take it out and take some wonderful photos. I'm an amateur photographer. I'm not a pro. I never will be a pro photographer. But I can use it for that. I can use it for videos. I can take it out in the field, make some great stuff. And it's really an excellent camera. And it's got a big, beautiful microphone. So those are some of the hardware categories that I'm looking to change in 2013. And I may add to that a Mac Mini for my wife. But we'll see. Because that's a lot of stuff to be buying for me over the course of the next year. But you know, you don't buy technology, you rent it. And even my Macs are getting older and older, so they're losing resale value. And there's enough updates and changes, I think, to make this worthwhile to me. I tend to hang on to my stuff for a long time. Normally I buy refurbished, and I may end up going that route this summer, is when the new Macs are released, maybe buying a refurbished 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display, one of the current models, and doing it that way. So I think that's the plan that we're going to go. I'll still have my virtual machines, which I will get probably a Thunderbolt external SSD drive to run virtual machines on. I'm not really sure about that yet. I got to kind of think that one through a little bit more. But those are the plans that we have to make in 2013. So We're going to eliminate unnecessary services. Remember, and this is advice to all you that watch my videos as well. Those little subscription fees start to add up to some serious money by the end of the year. And if you're not taking advantage of those services, get rid of them, save the money. And the rest of it, getting the new hardware, that's exciting. Who doesn't love new hardware? But I'm trying to be pragmatic about it too. Yes, I'm going to spend a little bit more on Apple hardware. I'm not, and please, as far as the Windows goes, I don't really want a Windows 8 machine. I don't really want a Windows touchscreen laptop. I'm quite satisfied with OS 10. I do like Windows 7 very much for what my purposes are. Does that say I'm going to rule out a Windows touchscreen laptop at some point? No, absolutely not. But as of now, everything that I've got is the way I like it and works for me. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear what you want to do. What are your technological New Year's resolutions? What changes are you looking to make? What hardware are you excited about buying or are you thinking about getting? I'd like to hear from you on all that. So get in touch. Leave a comment down below. We've got links to our Twitter account, our Facebook page, our Google Plus account. Got all that on there. And we definitely love to hear from our fans, and we love and appreciate your comments. We like it when you share and like our videos. That's very important. Believe it or not, the number of likes of a video is more important to me than anything else. So I'm asking you, please like our videos. We're going to be back next week. Next Sunday, we'll do and you can catch our show actually live on a Google Plus Hangout. Is how we record on Google Plus. And we record it at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will post a link. As the event is a Google Hangout on air, which means you can't participate, but you can watch or comment on the YouTube page. It's live on YouTube. So check it out. I'm Bruce Naylor, the Frugal Tech, and I want you all to have a great, successful, happy New Year. Take care, everybody, and we will see you later.